Afternoon or evening, and Merry Christmas. Welcome to the second annual WPT in All Vegas Poker Space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, your host. Today is day 20 of this coverage. So we only have today and tomorrow, folks, and that will be it for this year. The curtain will close. Thanks for joining me along the way or listening to the replays. I appreciate all of you. Going to hit the ground running and start to talk about some tournaments around town. But before I do, I need to apologize because in my haste of getting ready for yesterday's space, was thinking that the restart of the senior event, the 3K event, and the World Championship of the WPT series was yesterday, but those tournaments are actually going to be today. So that senior restart is at 11 a.m. There are 9 of the 749 players remaining. Their 3K will have a restart at 12 p.m. today over at the Wynn. That's 192 out of 1,544 will restart the day. And the WPT Championship restart of 6 players out of 1,865 will be today at 4 p.m. So sorry about that mistake yesterday. But I will say the Prime Championship did finish out yesterday, and I did get to watch it for a little while. And it got down to heads up of Luis Fernando and Aaron Johnson. And Aaron Johnson went into that final table to a 2-1 deficit in chip stacks and came out the victor. So congrats to Aaron and all of those folks that cashed in that tournament for sure. So moving on over at the Bellagio today, 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. are 2 different tournaments today. They're not the same. At 12 p.m. is a $200 no limit bounty tournament, 4K guarantee, 20K starting stack, and 20-minute blinds. And then at 5 p.m. is just a no limit tournament, a 4K guaranteed 20K starting stack, 20-minute blinds. Over at the Aria and the Westgate, no tournaments today. So please note that. No tournaments today at the Aria nor Westgate. Over at Mandalay Bay at 1 p.m. and 8 p.m., both tournaments run the same, a $60 buy-in, no guarantee, 10K starting stack, 15-minute blinds over at Mandalay Bay. Over at the Golden Nugget today, and again, I'm announcing it because we never want a poker room to shut down. So even though they've struggled this year with the management of their poker, we still have to support them in hopes that they find their way back to what they were doing previously that was successful. So over at the Golden Nugget at 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. today, $100 buy-in, no guarantee, 10K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. Over at the MGM today at 11:10 a.m. is a $125 grand stack tournament, 25K starting stack, 15-minute blinds, $1,500 guarantee. Over at 3:10 p.m. is a $125 grand bounty tournament. It's a 1K guarantee, 20-minute blinds, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. 7:10 p.m. today at MGM is a $125 grand rebuy tournament. 10K starting stack, 15-minute blinds, 1,500 guarantee. Then at 11:10 p.m. tonight at the MGM, it's a $125 grand stack bounty tournament. 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. Again, folks, please double check any information we disseminate in my spaces. We make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, just like yesterday. I thought those tournaments were yesterday. They're not until today. So to ensure you have the best experience ever, double check whatever information we're giving out. Now, over at the WPT today, 11 a.m., again, is day 2 of the senior high roller event, which of course is different than that final table of the seniors event. Also at 11 a.m. is flight 1B of the $1,600 mystery bounty. Just a side note, our friend Mel is on to day 2 of that mystery bounty, so good luck to her, Mel Pitter. Anyway, the mystery bounty is a $1 million guarantee, 40K starting stack, 40-minute blinds. At 12 p.m. is a $600 no limit, 50K guarantee, 30K starting stack, 30-minute blind tournament. And at 1 p.m. is an 8 max, $10,500 buy-in, no guarantee, 100K starting stack with 30-minute blinds over at the WPT at the Win at 4 p.m. today. Of course, as we discussed, day 5 of the World Championship. That's the final table. They're down to 6. At 6 p.m. today is a $600 $600 5-card PLO Turbo tournament, 50K guarantee, 30K starting stack, 20-minute blinds. And then the last on the list at the Win WPT is a 7 p.m. flight 1C of that mystery bounty. Again, that's a $1,600 buy-in, $1 million guarantee, 40K starting stack, 40-minute blinds. I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to remind everybody that if you need a tailor-made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. And many thanks to them for being my sponsor. They were actually my sponsor with Brian and sponsored us right from the beginning. So appreciate the folks at Elevated Results. A reminder that you can find the recordings of my past spaces and interviews on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe. It is free of charge. I want to give a little shout out to Fats. He's in the hospital again. White blood count is down, which from his latest post appears to be something normal for folks that are on chemo. You know, after they have a chemo treatment, those white blood cell counts go down. So glad he's in the hospital. They're taking good care of him, I'm sure. But just a side note, and I'm going to hope that he's busy at the hospital or resting so he's not listening to my space right now. But I am collecting some money if anybody wants to donate a couple of bucks. I know it's the Christmas season, so if you can't, no problem. But I'm going to put some kind of, I don't know, either order or put a care package together to ship to him, depending on if he's on a food tube or not. I have some ideas, but anyway, I'm not going to get into it because if he is listening, cover your ears, Fats. So if you'd like to donate a couple of bucks to that, just DM me and let me know. And we'll get something out to Fats, maybe as a little welcome home and feel better kind of thing. So anyway, let me know if you want to partake. Back to the tournaments that are going on around town. At 10 a.m. today is a $75 tournament, $500 guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds, and that's over at Planet Hollywood. And the same tournament takes place at 1 p.m. At 4 p.m. is a $100 double board bomb pot tournament, 30K starting stack, 15-minute blinds with a 1K guarantee. Then at 7 and 10 p.m. is $75 tournament, $500 guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. Again, that's over at Planet Hollywood. I'm bound and determined to say the full schedule today, all around town. So over at Red Rock at 10:35 a.m., $150 no guarantee tournament, 25K starting stack, 20-minute blinds, and that's called their Sunday Fun Day Bounty Tournament over at Red Rock, 10:35 a.m. Over at the Horseshoe today, which I did have some time to play at the Horseshoe when I was there last week, and Manny and the gang are doing a fine job in that poker room. At the Horseshoe today at 9 a.m., a $100 no limit tournament, 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. At 11 a.m. is a $160 no limit tournament, $1,500 guarantee, 20-minute blinds, and a 20K starting stack. At 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. are $100 tournaments, 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. At 8 p.m. is a $160, $1,500 guaranteed tournament, 20K starting stack, 20-minute blinds. And then at 11 p.m. at the Horseshoe is a $100 tournament, 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. Over at South Point, which I'm disappointed I didn't get a chance to go play at, but I know some of my friends did. At 10 a.m. today at South Point, they have a $120 tournament, 15K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 20-minute blinds. And at 2:10 p.m. is a $120 Chip Chop Survivor tournament, 3K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. And then at 6:10 p.m. over at South Point is a $180 bounty tournament, 30K starting stack, 10K guarantee, 20-minute blinds. And then at 10:10 p.m. is a $120 buy-in, 2K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 15-minute blinds. So that's what's going on at South Point. Over at Caesars at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. today, and 9 p.m. is a $100 no limit tournament, 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack, 20-minute blinds. Orleans is winding down their series at 11 a.m. They have a Sunday special at $300 buy-in level, 100K guarantee, 25K starting stack, 30-minute blinds. And then at 6 p.m. over at the Orleans is a mixed triple draw tournament, $240 buy-in, 10K guarantee, 30K starting stack, 20-minute blinds. Last but not least, Resorts World at 12:05, day 2 of their 100K guarantee tournament, which is event number 21, which was a $400 no limit tournament. At 2:05 today, event number 25 at Resorts World is a $200 10K guarantee with 25K starting stack and 30-minute blinds. At 7:05 is their nightcap $200 buy-in, 25K starting stack, 30-minute blinds, and 3K guarantee. So that's a full look at what's going on around Vegas today, which will probably be my final full look at Vegas poker as this coverage of daily coverage of the WPT and all things Vegas poker is winding down, with tomorrow being our last day to be on it. So, yeah, it's hard to believe it's day 20, but it is. All right, let's look at some of the winners around town. First, I need to give a shout out to Sofia Imirova, who finished third place in the WPT Prime Championship for $575,000. And quite honestly, everybody knows that names are not my forte, but unfortunately, some of the names from other countries, I can't even recognize if they're male or female. Because you guys know that I like to give a special shout out to the female players that are running deep and recognize their efforts. And so I hate that I didn't know Sophia. I mean, now that I know how to say this name, I recognize it's a female's name. But anyway, because it's spelled Safiya. Um, I want to give her props. She ran deep. She was playing well. I did watch the live feed and she kind of went card dead. And I don't know where, like, I wasn't watching when she lost like the bulk of her stack or whatever. I don't know what took it. But when I tuned in, she was short stacked and she was actually leveling up quite nicely because some of the bigger stacks were kind of getting into it with each other. So, she was patient, and because she leveled up a couple of spots and certainly got the payoff, 575,000. So, congratulations to her for sure. Let me give us some more winners around town. Derek LaPlante took down event number 21 over at the Aria, which was a $600 no limit tournament for over 13,000. Also at the Aria, David Larson took down the $600 seniors event in a three-way deal and took home 17,000 in cash money. There were 192 entries in that seniors event. Also at the Aria Synod, Carly of the UK, congratulations to her. She took down a $600 no limit tournament and took home over $23,000. So, congratulations to those folks that were winning over at the Aria. Over at the Win, David Porter took home or took down the $1,100 seniors event for over $130,000, and Vetvo took down the $1,100 $2 million guarantee tournament for over $374,000. There was over 3,200, actually 3,284 players in that $1,100 event. Also at the Win, Richard Ashby took down his second event in 3 days. Talk about being on fire. He took down the $1,100 PO event, and now he took down the $1,600 Torse event for $52,000. So congratulations, Richard. Also at the Win, Antoine Bunkley took down the $800 no limit 100K guarantee tournament, beating out 307 players for over $43,000. Derek Bugg took down the $600 mixed triple draw tournament for nearly $15,000. So, congratulations to all those winners at the Win. Over at the Venetian, Sean Rice took down event number 52, a $600 Big O tournament for over $9,200. And last but not least, Gary Bolden took down event number 54 at the Venetian, a $300 no limit bounty tournament for over $4,200 plus bounties. So, congratulations to all those winners around town. And speaking about winners, or actually, I think it's more of a Cinderella story. Congratulations to the Bears yesterday, who pulled off a miracle in the final minutes of a game. They were down 16-6 in. And, if you haven't watched the end of that, I think it was the last 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes, I can't remember, of that game. I highly suggest you go back and watch it because it was like the monsters of the Midway marching down the field. All of a sudden, they were on fire, and every play was working. And it was all sparked by an onside kick that they recovered, and they marched down the Midway and put themselves in a scoring position. And guess what? They scored and went into overtime, and great defense got them the ball back, and they marched it downfield to score. And it was crazy ending of a game. And I highly recommend you go back and watch it because it definitely was exciting football. And I don't think the Packers probably still till this morning understand which bus hit them, but um, and being a Bears fan, we don't like Packers fans and they don't like us. And it's okay. That's good. It's good competition. That's how it's supposed to be. If anybody wants to come up, of course you can request the microphone. Love to have you up. Let's go over what tournaments are restarting today. Of course, yesterday I thought they were restarting, but they didn't as I went over until today. Kind of got that mixed up yesterday in my haste to get ready for the space. So let's just review it again. Of course, the prime event finished out yesterday, which I already spoke about. Today is the seniors final table, and they're going to have a restart at 11. There are 9 of the 749 remaining. The prize pool is at 722,000. And Kenneth Kim is in first place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 7.8 million. And Matthew Glantz is in second place with 7.4 million. The 3K tournament, $3 million guarantee restarts at 12 p.m. There are 192 out of 1,544 remaining. Anthony Ibram is in first place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 1.2 million, and Ben Ramon is in second place with 1.1 million. So pretty close in stack sizes for sure. Still in it to win it, Shannon Shore with 547,000, and ladies champion and crown, she's still reigning with the crown. Shina Okamoto is still in it to win it as well. And how fun it would it be if she took that tournament down. She's been on fire in 2025 for sure. And that just doesn't mean in Vegas. She's been on fire all across the world. So it's been exciting to watch her. So good luck to her and the rest of those that are still in it to win it. And of course, the WPT Championship has 6 out of 1,865 remaining, and they're going to restart today at 4 p.m. The blind levels will be 500K, 250K, 500K. Average chip stack size is 31,083,333. First play right now they've all locked up 540,000. First place is going to get 2.5 million. So exciting money at the top of that tournament for sure. And we're going to go over who's still in it to win it. So the chip leader, and you guys know my feelings about it, but the chip leader is Soheb, who has 81.3 million. Schyler Thornton, who I guess is from the southeast, from what I've been seeing in social media, has 36.5 million. Jeremy Brown, who went into Friday as the second place in chip stack, sorry, has 21.6 million. And the chip stack leader going into Friday was Jeremy Becker, and he's at 18.2 million. And Max Coleman has 15.2 million, and Chap Lipton has 13.2 million. So still a lot of poker to be played in that tournament for sure. I'm looking forward to watching it. Hey Isaac, how are you?
I'm good. I'm alive. I'm alive. Good morning.
What have you been up to that you're just alive this morning and
Uh,
surviving?
well, I don't know what time we stopped. Probably like 4:30 in the morning. Um, we were running PLO session all night last night. It was me, my buddy Creeper, and my other buddy Josiah. Yeah. I'm telling you, lately it's funny. Like our 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 tables, we have tournaments all the time, right? But for some reason, all of a sudden everybody's playing PLO, right? Which I'm happy about because I've been trying to play PLO more.
Right, in
So it's like
practice.
hell yeah, right? But yo, 6 hours, Jesus.
D-Gen's D-Gen it, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I survived, yo. I fucking survived.
I
But
love it. Good for you. 6 hours is a long session.
hell yeah, especially like me. I always started short stack, and then I had to repop. And then I repopped and almost had to repop again. And then I don't know what the hell happened, but I went on a run.
Yay, good for you.
Oh my goodness! And when it was
I'm gonna have
over,
to start calling you short stack Helmuth, huh?
short stack help you. Now, what I always say is the ballad of the short stack. That's what.
Hell yeah. Believe me, I am really a great short stack player. Like
Yeah,
I
but by
I
force,
really
I've
can
become
grind
one.
it.
But
I love it.
I'm all right. I'm all right. But yo, it's all good. Like at the end of it, I love it because my buddy, one of my buddies who I brought in, he never even played online before, right? He had only played live, like
Okay.
with friends, home game style for a few years, and then he was like, "Yeah, man, I want to play, but I never have a place to play." I got him in. This dude is there like every day. As soon as he's done with whatever he
Oh,
does, he's there for hours. So it's really cool because I've seen his game improve and all of
right.
that. So that's the dope part, right? Like hell yeah, hell yeah.
For those that don't know, tell us where you're playing poker. Where are you guys? What site and what are you doing?
We play on Club GG, uh, Green Riser Gang. We run a server. Been around for about 3 years doing it. Um, yeah, we just try to have fun. Try to have a home game pretty much digitally. So it's good times. It's good times.
It is. And for those that don't know, the Green Visor Gang is marrying the poker world and the NFT world and the crypto world all together. So if that kind of stuff interests you, definitely reach out to Isaac and the gang.
Speaking of gang, I see B52. What's up, my guy? How are you, bro? Hope all of y'all are good, by the way. I see
I
Papa
know.
Poker, Michael. Hope y'all are good too.
Right on. Hey guys, and I'm sure folks will be listening in the future, and we appreciate y'all as well. And I'm going to say it again, just for anybody that's joining us or listening at a future time. And hopefully, Fats is not listening right now. And if you are, Fats, cover your ears. But if anybody's interested in participating, I am putting together like a care package or an order or something for Fats. As soon as I figure out when he's coming home and if he's going to be on a feeding tube or not, I'll decide like what that care package is going to be. So if you'd like to donate any amount, doesn't matter. That'll be great. And if not, it's okay too, because we know it's the holiday season and people are tight right now. So just reach out to me if you want to participate, and we'll get that out to him in the next few days. So maybe when he gets home, he'll have a nice surprise arrive. So anyway, that's what's going on with that, you guys.
Yep, yep. Always pulling for the fat man. Got nothing but love for him.
Right. And yeah, definitely continue to send him prayers, folks. He's in the hospital currently. His white blood count is down. And according to his post this morning, it seems to be like a normal thing after having a chemo treatment. A few days later, the white count goes down. And sometimes you just need to go to the hospital and get some extra IVs to bring it back up and make sure that you're fighting infection properly and all that kind of stuff. So um, doesn't sound like he's going to be in the hospital much longer, which is also great news for the holidays. But yeah, so sending prayers to our friend Fats for sure. And Isaac, without giving away those things I gave you for your daughters, yeah, I'm going to send him one as well.
That's super awesome. That's super awesome. Hell yeah.
And that got me thinking about, well, maybe we should do something as a group that would kind of brighten his day because he's been down lately. And anyway, I
Yeah,
don't want to talk.
going through everything that
Yeah,
going through that is never ever fucking easy.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Hmm, I have something I would like to get and to send him that might actually help in his recovery, but I'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, yep. Hey, Papa Poker. Good morning and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Mary, Mary. You were talking about this WPT and these final events. I've been checking out Jeremy and how Jeremy Becker's doing. It's always interesting to me when I've played with someone who then I'm watching on TV. So my biggest cash in life is 8,800 at the Venetian, and Jeremy and I battled for third and fourth. He finished third, I finished fourth, and there was a hand where I was way ahead, and then his cards, he had like suited connectors, and they came back and beat me and put me down, and then eventually I got knocked out for fourth. But it's interesting, to see Jeremy, who I've played with. He's great to play with. He has a very unique style, which isn't all GTO. It's feel and thought process, and see him doing so well. And I was laughing when he said if he does well in this tournament, he's gonna, buy a place in Hawaii and stuff. So it'll be interesting to cheer
I
him
love
on.
it. And you're absolutely right. It's so much better when you're watching a live feed and there are people on that live feed that you've met or played with in real life. Like it's just so much better. It just is. It brings, it's fun to watch poker and who's doing what. But when you actually know or have met that person playing, it's a different level.
Yeah, the last time I talked to him was at a different event at the Venetian. I was like, "Oh, good luck today." And then he said, "Good luck to me." And I was like, "Well, I'm not playing. I'm just filming. I'm doing this vlog stuff." Well, he's like, "Good luck with your vlog." You know, it's just so cool. I mean, obviously, there's some other people on the stream who we're going to cheer for too, but Jeremy is one of my favorites.
Yeah, honestly, he is my pick for that event. I will definitely be cheering him on for sure. Isaac, I know you've played with him too,
Yeah, yeah. I've had a chance to play against him a couple times. Once was at Win Millions last year, and that was fun. That was fun because I didn't know who he was at the time,
right?
and then people started talking about, oh, that's the kid Negreanu stuff. Like, oh shit, so that's word. And yeah, you know what, he was aggressive, but and just like Papa Poker was saying, I dig his style. I dig that style because I'm not a fully GTO guy myself, so I like seeing that. And on top of that, he was killing it. I think what was it, last year, the year before, with the nightlies?
Oh yeah,
Like
last year.
like dude was like
Yeah,
sun running through the nightlies, which is dope, you know. So yeah, I definitely dig Jeremy Becker. I like seeing him play. It's like the other day. I think you had mentioned that Ben Wang had a stroke,
yeah.
and yeah, I remember being at a table with both of them. It was awesome.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's pivot for a minute, shall we? Uh, the other day at the super main event in the Bahamas, even though they're shut down, everybody's going home from that tournament series. I wanted to talk about this, and I wanted to the other day, but we just got off on some other stuff, so of course I just kept it in my notes. Um, but when they were down to 5 people in that super main event, did you guys read or see where they asked Bernhard Binder to remove his hoodie? It was a coin poker hoodie, and people are wondering why they allowed him to start the stream with it, but then asked him to remove it eventually. Like, why not? Why not allow that hoodie? I don't get it. Anybody?
I assume that Coin Poker is too much of a competitor to GG in their mind. That's why they particularly focus. Because, like Faraz was wearing his Jaka coaching patch, and they were like letting that go on. So I feel like they were sort of okay with the coaching patch, but then they viewed Coin as a direct competitor. I was 50-50 on it. I was like, I get both sides of this one.
Well, and I do to a certain extent, but um, even though he's wearing a hoodie that is your competitor, he's paid to play your tournament. And so this is your customer. I mean, I have so many thoughts on it. Like, I definitely feel like politically motivated stuff should definitely be, nobody should be allowed to wear that because we're here to play poker. I totally understand that. But I'm wondering about this particular hoodie, and is this really what we want to do? That you're just icing out your competitor? I don't know.
So the interesting comparisons are NASCAR and then maybe the Olympics. So NASCAR is such a, fun environment where they literally embrace every sponsor. And you know what's so interesting is if someone has a favorite driver in NASCAR, like they really are loyal to the brands that are sponsoring their driver. It's such a unique
Well, and they should
industry.
be.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Like
Absolutely.
it's very expensive to put a car out there. It's not cheap. There's lots of races where if you're not a top driver, you don't win them all, and you're sort of really relying on that sponsorship money, and you see it throughout car racing. So I certainly compare this situation to NASCAR some, and then you look at the Olympics. The Olympics have their official sponsors, and in the Olympics, nothing goes on. If you're not the official soft drink sponsor,
Right.
no one's going to have anything from anybody else. So we've got two very famous sports outlets who do it two different ways. I understand that Bernie is their customer. The other angle is that GG is the one who's putting up all the money to do the RFID table. You got to make sure that table's up and running in the Bahamas. Obviously, there's a partnership a little with Triton on this, but then they also have to fork over the money to put that YouTube stream out there and get us all to see it. So I understand both sides of it, which is GG is investing a lot in this stream and getting that footage out there, which was fantastic and riveting. And they're paying for all these broadcasters. They've got multiple shifts of broadcasters, multiple shifts of crew getting that event out there, because they were literally broadcasting every single moment of, I don't know, it was the final 20. I mean, the whole tournament, but then you were seeing
Right.
every hand
Right.
from that
But I'm
final
going to tell
table.
you,
So
is this going to open the doors? So now when an ACR pro goes to a tournament that maybe Coin Poker is a big sponsor of, they're going to say, sorry, ACR pros, you can't wear your patches. I just don't think it's a good look. Like, your competitor's your competitor. And guess what? One day, some of your GG poker pros are going to be somewhere that maybe Coin Poker is going to be a big sponsor of, and they should be graceful or gracious enough to allow your patches at that table. I don't think we should pick and choose which sponsors or which patches should be allowed unless they're politically motivated, is kind of my take on it. Otherwise, it's just muddying the water for me. Like, as far as the Olympics are concerned, that's a little different because it's amateurs and, it gets into a whole bunch of stuff as far as paying athletes that are amateurs. And, it's just a different scene for me. But anyway, um, B52, welcome. You got any comments on that?
Yes. Thank you for the welcoming, and thank you again for that meetup game last week. That was super fun. It's good to see
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, such a great time. And dinner. Oh my God. I'm still full. It's so good.
That's
So good.
so good. So
Um,
good. It was nice.
so
Joey Inger hung out with us all day and night, actually. It was awesome.
yeah, that was fun. Regarding the patches, I remember back in the day when I used to play like the dealers event, back when I used to deal cards.
Right.
Uh, they had stipulations in the WSOP stuff that said like you can't even have an image on your shirt over like
Oh, size wise. Yeah.
1 inch by 1 inch
Yep.
or something like
Yep.
that. You know what I mean? And so
Yep.
realistically, it's like it's not about your freedom to express as much as how many views that they're getting and how much that advertisement would really cost normally. And so I think that if people are trying to get advertisement for any brand, really, it's like wearing a patch during the Super Bowl. You know what I
I
mean? It's like,
totally agree. I
yeah,
totally agree with that. Okay.
yeah.
Then you have to ban all of them, and it's just plain regular clothing. You cannot say this guy who happens to run a coaching business is allowed to wear his patch, but this person is not allowed to wear this company's hoodie.
I
It's
agree
got
with
to
that,
be
and I'm
all
wondering
or nothing.
if Faraz has any hand in the WSOP or any investment, or if they have any investment in his company, you know. And so I don't really know how all that works. Uh, but yeah, I totally agree. They shouldn't be able to pick and choose based off of who they like and who they don't, you know.
Right. And let's
Um,
let's look at it another way. I don't know, and it's a case by case basis, right? Some pros or some players that get to a live stream are getting paid to wear those patches or getting
yeah,
paid to wear that hoodie or that hat. So now when you tell this kid or guy, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm old. This guy that, hey, take that hoodie off, you can't wear that hoodie. Are you affecting his pay or sponsorship? Because now he's not going to get paid for wear that hoodie on the live feed because you made him take it off. So it also could affect somebody's bottom line.
yeah,
Um,
definitely can. But at the same time, blowing it up. I mean, having the conversation about it right now is probably more advertisement than them just letting them do it.
I totally agree. And what's the harm? Honestly, we're all in this together. What's the harm if we ever, I'm preaching this all the time. The poker world is a place big enough for all of us. So really, what is the harm of letting this guy have his sweatshirt on? Like, what's the real harm? None, zero, zilch.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I do think that is a power move saying, hey, this is our stream and we want to put out whatever's on our stream. Like it's almost like the stream is not as important to relay what's happening in the room as much as to paint a narrative, you know? And
Right.
I mean, even like I felt like a little bit of that. And, you know, like I think, you know, before I say this, like I had a great time at Poker Go and I think that they run a great show and everything that they're doing. But on my NFT Poker Championship, like as people were getting busted from the mainstream,
Right.
they were filling it in from like an influencer group, right? So it's like I
Right.
wanted it to be completely random because the whole point was to try to give everybody that experience. But it's like someone gets busted and then, you know, Princess Love appears on the stream, you know?
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
hey, like I appreciate it, you know, like that's cool. But I think at that point they're thinking of it from a producer's perspective of how do we get more
Absolutely.
views? Let's put the big name on
Absolutely.
there instead of, you know, my cousin or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
and so
100% it's a staging, it's a
yeah,
production, and they
and I
want
get that.
viewers and influencers on there. And nobody disagrees with that angle.
Like I don't know. The only reason I didn't love it is because I wanted like literally they were supposed to pull everybody from that main table every break and put a whole new table on there, you know, like swap a table because I wanted
Got
like
it.
that was kind of why I wanted everybody to be there. It's like, hey,
Got
this
it.
is a fun experience and it's really difficult to make a final table on a Poker Go stream, you know, and so I wanted to make it approachable and I wanted everybody like the fans to have that experience, you know, and so and a lot of them did. Like everybody that went had a great time, and you know, I think it's just a me thing, you know, when I'm overanalyzing everything, you know. But and yeah, it was great to have Princess Love on there, you know. Like obviously, like it's good to have people, but it's like to me, I was like, hey, I don't care if you stream this at all. Like just record it so that way we all have it for us, you know, and like
Right.
so that was kind of my point. Like I'm like, I don't care if we get 5 views on this thing. I just want everybody to have that experience and have that ability to go show their family, like, hey, I made it, you know, I made it on the stream, and I don't know,
And
you know.
guess
So
what? That's why it was such a success because you, as the person organizing, were trying to make the best experience for your guests. And I had a lengthy conversation about this with Joey Ingram the at dinner the other night. And, you know, he and I are really different in the fact that I'm very outgoing. I love to host things. You know, pardon me, I have a particular standard when I host things. And that standard is I want to make sure everybody is having the best time they could possibly have. And if I can give stuff away, I'm going to give stuff away. And any event I've ever hosted in my life, I've given stuff away. Why? Who doesn't love to receive something free at a get together? Name one person. Okay. So I've always done that. No matter if I've held a blackjack night for charity, or if I even get my kids' birthday parties. It didn't matter what I was hosting. It was about the guest and the guest having the best experience possible. Joey, because of his influence in the world of poker, is the the attraction, right? And so when he hosts something, looks at it from the point of view they're coming to see me, which he should. But my conversation with him, because he was asking me how to bridge some things that he does, and my suggestion to him was start focusing on know that they're coming to see you, but put that on the back burner and focus on what can you do to make their experience the best experience of their life in that situation. Okay. Not, the best experience in your life should be, having a baby or getting married or meeting the love of your life or buying a puppy, right? But in the world of poker, so don't get it twisted, people. In the world of poker, what is the best experience you can give that person in the setting you're providing so that they leave there thinking it was the best thing they've ever done in their life? That to me is a successful host. And that's what it sounds like you were trying to do.
yeah, 100%. And you know, Joey was at both my events, you know, and a lot of it, like he knows a lot of the same people, you know, and he's very supportive, I feel like, of anybody trying to do anything, Like I can't say
Absolutely.
enough nice things about Joey. Yeah, he
100%.
was great. And honestly, like I said, I think everybody had a great time. It wouldn't have been nearly what it was if old Asimov over here didn't come through with the gang and with a major sponsor. And yeah, it was just a night to remember. And
Well,
I
and I've heard lots of great things about it, and you should be very proud of it. And you know what? Nobody would even know that thing about the live feed unless you told them, right? Because they had a blast.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I had a blast. Like I said, like I think, anytime you do anything, you always go back through it. It's like you can take second place in the WSOP and be like, man, what did I do to not get first? When it's like second is great. You know what I mean? Like
All right.
obviously you want the title,
Second is
you
a
know.
great accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, but everybody, I think it's just a natural thing, for anybody to just, see what the result was, and it was a great learning experience. It'll kind of let me know, like, hey, don't let yourself down if it's not the perfect vision.
Right.
Like just execute. Just do what you got to
And
do.
guess
And
what? It was still amazing. And you sometimes got to focus on that and know, yeah, next time I might tweak this or that, but yeah, it was amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
no,
Kudos
no,
to
for
you.
for
And
sure.
people can't wait. Let me just wait. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. People can't wait till the next one, and time is ticking.
No, I know. Trust me. Like yeah, don't worry. It'll happen. It'll happen. You
I
can hear it
know.
right now. It will happen. I will throw another event. There's guaranteed. Guaranteed. There's no
I'm
way.
gonna force this
No
guy
way
to
I
help
don't.
me throw the next meetup game at MGM. That's what's gonna happen.
There you go.
All
I'm
There you
right.
there.
go.
I'm there.
I know for damn sure. Especially because we're gonna make it PLO. So
Oh, well, I'm out.
no. Don't worry.
We'll just go play
You
six
know what's
card
funny is
PLO.
that
We'll make it real
executive was
fun.
like, why not do dealer's choice? I was like, ooh.
Do whatever the table wants. That's the theory I go with. I could care less what you're doing at your tables. If the table agrees, just know at my table, it's 1-3, no limit. That's it.
That's right. Hell yeah.
That's it. At my meetup game, that's the rule. My table is 1-3, no limit. Whatever you guys want to do at your table, I do not care. Like, what was it? Not this last meetup game, but the meetup game behind before that, the table behind us were doing. I don't know what the hell they were doing at that table,
They
but
were
they were
doing
screaming and
PLO
yelling.
bomb pot. They were doing like all kinds of crazy shit. It was great though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that
and
one. That was a great one. That was last December.
right. And you know what? I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do, I don't care. But at my table, it's 1-3, no limit.
Yep. And this was the first time in the last game where we were trying to do every time the dealer came in, we were trying to do a pot for them, and they like two, three of the dealers just breezed through their own love. I was like, okay, so let's get and the dealer starts dealing. I'm like, you killing your money, son. But hey, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather not do that. To be honest with you, I'd rather not do that. Because when we do the splash the pots, they're already getting anywhere from, I think I want to say we had nine-handed tables, so 3 times 9, $27 is the most they can get in a tip when we do a splash pot. Now, granted, not every splash the pot people participate, so there may be 1 or 2 players that sit out, but that's a big tip for one hand. So, yeah, I'd rather not do a dealer change
That should make their whole
anything.
down.
Yeah,
Just so you
exactly.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's why I also wait until there's a dealer change to do it the next splash the pot. Sometimes time doesn't allow, so then one dealer might get 2 of them, but it just depends on the time. I try to do it so there's one down, per dealer, but it doesn't work out sometimes because I have so many prizes, which is a great thing to have, good problem to have, but they are definitely, happy. The dealers are happy with us. Let me just say that. The dealers are very happy with us for sure. But anyway,
The amount of surprise on their faces definitely shows that because most of the time they're like, "Oh, I get the pot." They have this
yeah,
face like,
it's so
"Word."
fun to watch. And honestly, um, I purposely do it that way because think about it. What happens at a cash game when you're delaying the dealer? They're not happy because they're not making money when the game is stopped, right? No matter what, they're trying to keep those cards moving, right? And so the first thing I always say is, dealer, hold the cards. And if they've not dealt through one of my meetup games, they kind of have an attitude because they're trying to deal and make money, right? And so they kind of have this like, oh my God, she's making me not, shout deal or whatever. And so I'll say, okay, dealer, hold the cards. I promise it'll be worth your time. And so they'll hold the cards, and then I'll explain how we're going to do the splash the pot. And then at the very end, if somebody else doesn't spoil it before I can say it, at the very end, I say, and dealer gets the pot. So I'll say, like, the winning hand gets the prize and the dealer gets the pot. And everybody that's been to meetup games now, everybody's watching the dealer's face for when it's going to click because, and then I'll repeat it when it hasn't clicked. I'll repeat it, and the dealer gets the pot. And sometimes it takes a third time, and the dealer gets the pot. Go ahead and deal with the cards, dealer. And then all of a sudden their face will light up and they'll go, really? Or, oh, okay. And then they'll start dealing the cards. And it's really kind of comical. Definitely kind of comical. I'm glad you brought that up, Isaac.
I really like the whole gesture of it. Funny enough, the one I was telling you about doing the different hand when the dealer comes in, that came from your game last December, because the guys that were running the crazy table, what were they
Yeah.
doing? I'm trying to remember. They did, I think they did a PLO. Was it double board? Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
double
double board
board.
bomb pot I think is
Yep,
is a common one.
yep.
Yeah, for
Double board
sure.
bomb pot. Yeah,
Yeah, for
those are
sure.
wild, yo. Those are
And they
wild.
were just, let's just say that table got so wild that I had a few players want to change the table because it was just too much for them. And that's fine. That is not a problem. We will move people around, no problem. And they were, it was a fun table just to hear them hooping and hollering and, talking shit to each other and, you know, having a good time. Love it.
Yep, and that's also when I realized that Reno Griner is a fucking god.
He is a good player.
Good Jesus,
Yeah,
man.
he is
Like,
a good player. Reno is a good player.
hell
Uh,
yeah. How far did he make it in the main this year?
oh,
He made it far. He made it far. That's for sure.
he did make it far, and I don't want to say the wrong thing
Me
because
too.
it's
Me too. That's why I'm trying to think what level is
too
here.
important. Yeah, it's too important of
But
information.
it was
So if
up
you,
there for sure.
yeah,
It was up there.
he
And
had a
and I mean,
great
and dude
run.
runs like a goddamn god up in Reno, like for real. Yo,
Yeah,
like dude.
yeah.
I love seeing his videos from when he's up there and he's always like fishy pond or dude is such a killer, yo. And Binky, yo,
Yeah.
and it's funny because a few of us are like, yeah, Reno, and Binky's like, Reno's a god. Like, really though, but really though,
Yes,
I got a
but
lot of
he
respect for
is.
that dude's game. I honestly, when I have seen little videos that he shows, I be looking and be like, okay, what did he muck? Damn, he mucked that. I wouldn't have mucked that. Fuck, no wonder I'm such a fucking fish. Like,
Well, I love the fact that, he is Reno Grinder is the perfect name for him because he grinds every day. And
seriously
he
though,
is definitely reaping the benefits for the amount of hours he's putting in at the poker table.
yeah.
Like
Have
he
you ever
is
interviewed him, by
grinding.
the way?
I have not, and he is on my list.
Yeah,
He is on my
when that
list.
one goes down, I need to know. I'm pulling up the popcorn and everything because I need to
Oh, you're
know.
so funny.
I need to know.
Yeah, he is definitely. I have two spaces people on my list as well as a bunch of other people on my list. I try to throw a spaces person in there every so often just because we've all hung out with them, and it's kind of fun. And so I've done Barry and Fats and I did Slay. Trying to think who else. But anyway, I do like to throw in a spaces person from time to time. And believe it or not, some are like, I don't think so. And that's fine. No problem. Um, but you would be surprised who would say no. No, I don't want to. And like I said, it's not a problem, but when you hear or see or speak with them all the time in spaces, and then you want to do an interview, you're like, wait, they don't want to. Okay, which is fine, but it's surprising, I guess, is my point. So, anyway, fun times, but he is definitely on the list.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely on the list. And yeah, he's a character, I'll tell you. Hardworking guy at the poker table.
Hell yeah. I'll just, it was a humbling moment for me, right? To hear him go. He was like, "Hey, like this is cool, right? Like, I'm not supposed to be going full steam. I'm in my fucking head. I'm like, not supposed to be. You're not going full steam. What the hell does fucking full steam look like? Like, I was like, yo, that's when I was just like, God damn, man. And it's funny because the table, everybody at the table could play, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, that was
yeah,
a tough table.
that was
Uh,
crazy. Wolfie was at that table.
you had Wolfie, and what the
Brad
hell's
was at that table.
the
Uh,
guy with the mohawk? I can't think of his name.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The guy. Oh my God.
I can't
Who
think
does
of
the
his name.
shoes? Right?
Yeah, no, yeah. Ryan
Chirp.
Koss was there,
Is it Chirp?
but Chirp, and Ryan Koss, Reno, you, Brad,
Wolfie.
Keith, and Wolfie.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, and there was one lady. Wasn't there? Was Irene at that? No, there was one. Somebody else that asked to be moved. I can't
Damn, you
remember
know what?
who.
Binky would have been perfect at that table.
No, she wouldn't have. She would not have liked all that.
She would have
No,
been talking so much shit. That's why I would have been.
no, it would have been a little too much for her. There's a like I think there's like a overload level for her, and I think that would have been the overload level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She would have been like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Like, yeah,
Oh, it's funny, funny. Yeah,
Hey guys, I really appreciate the space. Kids are up. I gotta make
appreciate
them
you.
breakfast. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank
Have
you.
a dope
Good.
Sunday, brother.
You too.
Merry
Great seeing you guys.
Christmas to you and yours.
To you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh my God, so fun. That was, oh my God. Our meetup games are so fun. And, for people at Dogum who've never been to them, it's just amazing to me. It's just amazing.
I think it's a FOMO thing when people say anything bad about a meetup game. If you haven't experienced it, it's like
Yeah,
there's really nothing like it in terms of poker because most of the time it's strangers across the damn felt, but it was a
yeah,
bunch of people or a bunch of people you play with like in other ways like online, and
right.
then now you're in front of each other. That shit is so much fun.
It's so fun. It's
Yeah.
so fun to meet everybody. And, somebody sent me a DM that somebody was saying there were no spaces people and we don't even call it the spaces meetup game anymore. I'm like, what planet are these people living on?
Oh man, you know what? Listen. If you talk about Sunday, people gonna be like Saturday. If you talk about Monday, people gonna be like Tuesday. So
I just laughed. I
yeah.
said, What did you say?" They said, I just listen because they're stupid
Yeah,
with
it's
their
just like, hey, how about we just had a
spaces.
good time? How about that? Like,
Oh God, there were no spaces people there. Okay, whatever you got to tell yourself to try to ruin someone else's rainbow.
absolutely.
Whatever. Your mitten looks stupid. So anyway, moving right along. What are you doing the rest of the day?
Working on a certain edit for a certain someone.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got time today, so
Awesome.
and today
Thank
is
you.
day one of taking care of Reaper's dog. So that's gonna
I
happen
love it.
later on. It was so funny. Last night I went to go see him because I had a little care package for him before he took off,
Yeah.
and the dog comes out with him, and this dog before it was like all crazy and everything. He sees me hop out, and then he sees the girls as they lower their windows, and he starts crying and yelping. And I
Oh,
gotta tell you, see this big monstrous ass dog yelping like a little ass puppy. It was the cutest shit ever.
no. And
Yeah.
they're very protective of children.
Oh yeah, he loves the girls.
Yeah, very
Yeah, yeah,
protective of
he
children.
loves the girls, and it's funny though, cause like again, you see this big ass dog, and he's just hippity hopping around, like, oh man, it's funny.
Oh,
I'll take a video and
well,
shoot it to you later.
yeah. And I'll probably have sweats after I watch it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
For
forget
those that
kidding.
don't know, I'm very afraid of dogs, especially big dogs. Like I would never even be in the room with that dog. Like, nope. Never happening.
Yeah.
Never happening. God bless him.
Uh-huh.
Did you see the post I made with some jackwagon brought a monkey to the poker table?
No, and good lord, fucking, we ain't
A
seen the movie
monkey!
Outbreak. Like, we don't know how this shit
Oh
goes.
my gosh. A monkey. Like, what are we doing, people?
You know
What are
what?
we doing? A
You know what I
monkey.
think? There needs to be like a circus kind of poker room. You know, circus would have done well to do some shit like this, right? Have a poker room where it's like, fuck it, bring whatever animal you want to bring. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
Yes. It's crazy.
That
What are
would have
we
been hilarious.
doing here, bro?
That would have been hilarious.
I mean, honestly, Isaac, there's no reason. No reason,
Nah,
dude.
you know what though? I want to see a monkey in like in a dealer uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Don't encourage it.
Yeah.
You jackass. Don't encourage this stupidity. Oh God. Too funny. Yeah. I would have to probably leave the room because my allergies, that would probably really put me over the edge with my
Yeah, that's why
allergies.
you need that industrial level like air filtration that only casinos can provide.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
doesn't matter. But it's the proximity. You
Yes,
know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like
I know.
it's the proximity.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah.
I'd rather not go to the hospital with a full blown asthma attack because some jackass thinks they need to bring a monkey to the poker table.
Yeah, here in the emergency room, the fucking monkey, the fucking monkey.
What happened, Miss Pluskota? Well, I was playing poker and this jackass brought a monkey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Explain that to my insurance company.
yeah. Oh man. Well, here we go. Sunday.
Sunday fun day. I'm going to wrap presents today. I'm excited.
I'm about to make breakfast right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to let you off the hook so you can go make breakfast and go edit for a friend and all that good stuff. Michael, Merry Christmas. I hope you're well and enjoying your family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I saw Bobby come
Excellent.
in for a second. I know he dipped out, but much love to
Much
Bobby
love to
too.
Bobby too. Much love to Bobby. Hope he has a great Christmas as well as everybody that's stopped in today or is listening at a future time. Merry Christmas. Don't forget to hug a loved one because you never know when they're going to be gone. Many people suffer the holiday seasons because they've lost some favorites. So don't forget to spend every moment you can with those special people in your lives. I know it from experience. Merry Christmas and see you tomorrow morning. Isaac, I appreciate you, buddy.